Hello, my dear students. Today we'll take up a very important, uh, say, topic of macroeconomics. That is nothing but the determination of equilibrium, output, employment, and income. Okay, so output is at equilibrium when the quantity of output produced is equal to quantity demanded. The economy is in equilibrium when aggregate demand represented by C plus I is equal to the total output. C plus I means C is consumption and I is investment. So aggregate demand is represented by the summation of the consumption expenditure and investment expenditure. So let us see how the equilibrium level of income, output and employment is determined. So under the short run, equilibrium level of income, output and employment can be determined say under two approaches. One is ADAS approach, that is aggregate demand, aggregate supply approach, and another one is SI approach, that is saving investment approach. So first of all, we'll take off the ADAS approach. So according to this approach, okay, according to this approach, under the short run fixed price, the equilibrium level of national income is determined at that point where aggregate demand equals aggregate supply. So in this approach, we have to make certain assumptions. So what are those assumptions? Number one, we have the price level in the economy is fixed in the short run. The theory is applicable only under the short run. Okay. Then next assumption is there is no government. There are only two sectors, that is household and farm in the economy. And next assumption is there is no foreign trade. It means economy is closed. So under short run fixed price, the ex ante aggregate demand is the sum total of the ex ante consumption expenditure that is represented by C and the ex ante investment that is represented by I. Thus, AD is equal to C plus I. Aggregate demand is equal to consumption plus investment. Okay. Then let us see graphically, okay, we can have the determination of say equilibrium output. Okay, so let us see equilibrium level of national income is determined by that point where aggregate demand is equal to the aggregate supply. So symbolically, the equilibrium condition is given as AD is equal to S. Aggregate demand is equal to aggregate supply. The aggregate demand si kari namu sai represent tau higa haiba kanda consumption plus investment. Aduga, so as I told you, aggregate demand na C plus I, the consumption plus investment. Aduga aggregate supply na C plus S, have the consumption plus saving have never ko. Anismo manen lor kanda. So equilibrium say is graphically shown in this figure 1. So in figure 1, so we just see say in x-axis represented, x-axis say represents income and y-axis represents consumption, investment and saving. As income increases, consumption, investment and saving also increases. We just know from this graph. So let us see in detail. Okay. So in the figure AD, that is the aggregate demand curve is the vertical summation of the consumption, vertical summation of consumption and investment demand schedule at each level of income. It is positively sloping line originated from the y-axis. That aggregate demand curve si y-axis tagi positively sloping yengsi y-axis dagi AD C plus I leripse masai aduga amuk makhan amuk yengsi it is positively sloping line originating from y-axis to aggregate supply represented by AS aggregate supply or national income curve is the sum total of the consumption and saving. It is positively sloping say 45-degree line AS is positively sloping 45-degree line from the origin. Then point E is the point of equilibrium or the point of effective demand. ko point is represent orishna when equilibrium say point ni ko high equilibrium point effective demand si laire have duni aduga where AD aggregate demand is equal to aggregate supply. It is again represented by say C plus I is equal to C plus S. Okay. C plus I is equal to C plus S later. Equilibrium occurs when the plant spending equals the plant output. Plant saving ka plant output ka manara ka anda na equilibrium lay na log dream say when X ante have the planning X ante saving or X ante consumption or X ante say investment or plan ngakte ni ko aduga mana akon X ante mo X portion hire agadi that is not plan adudi realized or after the event ne kuna calculate or ko then akoina mu geng si my meaning si kari hai no have to ko in economic say let us see in economic meaning is that its economic meaning is that what consumers decide to spend ko the AD duni ko is equal to what producers have produced is to mana the consumer na spend again khali duga akogi producer na supply to khali den du mana ga ne equilibrium position di ko this is a stable equilibrium it is less than full employment level so full employment level ki makha da level su yai adu in figure muki yeng si ko figure da kun hari su OI this is the equilibrium level of the national income OI di figure dang tang yeng si kai le ra OI kai le ra yeng si ko OI masai si point si OI kan ko x si y se kan na ba si OI dam ni ko aduna OI si equilibrium level of national income there is no further increase or decrease in income this is the maximum income OI si maximum income oidur ni ko dotted line represent or if se ko e di y box sing there se aduna orei y box at pa si akoina kari ko ga ge hai kanda akoina si maximum income ko duni equilibrium level ke EY ko EY sna effective demand ko demand du sai C plus I represent to gramina aduna si y axis se si relatively EY is the effective demand given by the point of equilibrium where AD is equal to AS ko si gi point ne ko na yeng du si ko sigi position ma koi lere aduga sometimes there may be some adjustment mechanism when AD is not equal to AS AD ki AS ka मान रखता है AD may be greater than AS or AD may be less than say AS any deviation from the equilibrium level of income with the given AD and AS curves will be unstable so two unstable situation can be number one we have say if AD is less than AS the aggregate supply and aggregate demand is higher come the then atopa condition namana if aggregate demand is greater than AS aggregate demand na AS the supply the demand supply the higher come the ma then demand supply the handharaga di karam ba ma that we will be discussing one by one ko yesi ko one by one apana comment to ge have the ko so aduna C condition is akon yeng do si if AD is less than AS the aggregate demands na AS the handhara bordi the situation is shown by say is shown by CN line ko CN line mu si line sina ta isi kaino aggregate supply sina aggregate demand he level aggregate demand is less than aggregate supply ko it is shown in figure number 2 at income income na ON lebo matam sida kedowa aggregate demand kari ne represent tawrani haiba kanda aggregate demand ko represent to si aggregate demand si MN represent tawrani aduga aggregate supply na kari represent tawrani as aggregate supply kap tuga masai ki axis ka line to CN represent tawrani it is clear that AS is greater than AD AD AS ka siya nabde AS na aggregate supply na shawre we all have known thus excess supply ji kya ata hai jo yani ji ani ki minus tawrani ko excess supply ji kya ata hai adi CN minus MN di CM tare this is the extra or say excess supply okay so in this situation economy will face recession economy meaning halaka do ne ko hadi mana pothom bodu khari kharap thara bodu ne recession na ai ko there will be unsold stock of goods pot yondaba mayam lekhalani, the producer will reduce the use of factors of production to cut down the production level in the next time period. Aduna producer nasu my production level to handarani maramdi kaino hai kanda aggregate supply duna aggregate demand henjel agadi kedoba pot ship wat kadore aduna masana wala bani na kadore pot next time pot hokda handana bhawana. This will reduce the income level from ON to OY. Aduna ON leramba income to OY the laani hebako. This stability of equilibrium will be restricted, will be restored at point E. Aduna masaki ama. So aduna the stability of equilibrium will be restored at point E. Point E the restored to nabom langarani stable we know hana. Thus when aggregate demand is less than aggregate supply, national income tends to fall. Aduna aggregate demand na aggregate supply de handhar body demand handhar amina co production ju handhar ani co producers induna. Aduna maram agar national income ju handhar ani ko. Aduna instability hai jidi kadoba it is not a good sign at all. Aduna next year condition amamu ako yengasi ko aduna kaina kan if AD is greater than kadoba if AD is greater than AS, the aggregate demand and aggregate supply the helagati. This situation is shown in say figure number 2. Okay, figure number 2 by the PL line at income level OL. Income level OL the aggregate demand se koina kadoba say PL na represent torni yung tanga mamangi kano the yang se tu koi gyanta na ko. In this figure yang si income level OL da the y axis ki line du da income level OL du da AD aggregate demand si karin represent tawre PL ne represent tawre adu aggregate supply ne karin represent tawre adu aggregate supply club te kumdara bu QL ne represent tawre adu di masana aggregate demand is greater than aggregate supply agi line ni jeng no matam da adu excess demand or isi kai tare PQ is excess demand da ari demand kaptun masak lai greba aduga sigi oil income sida aduga supply kaptun makha da lai re aduna excess demand or se okona PQ si tare this will bring abnormal profits to the say producers who will expand the level of production in the next time period. The increase in the output will raise the income level from OL to OY. The stability of equilibrium will be restored at point E, where AD is equal to AS. Production hengaladamina income hengalani, as an aggregate demand should automatically income the helamina aggregate demand to hengalani. Aduna akoina sigi condition if aggregate demand is greater than AS see conditions the automatically national income tends to increase. National income jam matom da dum hegatna badum honara ni aduna see condition ni si leira matunda akoina kari conclusion da akoina kari akoi yengba yake dongtang ka okay let us see aduna in Keynesian theory in Keynesian theory, the level of national income or AS is the demand, say AS is demand determined. So national income or AS is assumed to be given and the constant in the short run. Thus, it is the level of aggregate demand which influences the level of output, income and employment. So if AD for goods and services, if aggregate demand for goods and services rises, then employment will automatically rise. This will raise the level of output, which in turn will raise the income and vice versa. Aduna aggregate demand for goods and services wangkhalabdi employment rumasana wangkhalani report hen puthorokadobnina factor of production hengalagani aduna automatically puthorani then aduna automatically say level of output hangale automatically national income hangale and vice versa Thus there is a direct relationship between aggregate demand and level of employment output and income. Okay, aduna akoina aggregate demand hangal agadi level of employment to automatically induce to ina hangal ani adu income jo automatically hangal lakani Okay, aduna we have discussed today about the determination of the equilibrium level of say income, output, and employment. All right, and you just study in detail again and again, and next time we'll see about another approach, that is saving investment approach. Till then, stay tuned. Bye bye. See you next time.